Yeah.
Yeah?
We're
All right,
golden.
here we go. What is going on, coaches? Coach Paul, the network here. First of all, thanks for allowing me to shoot a video early on and then send it your way. I know that I'm not there with you at E-Club right now. I hope it's an awesome time, by the way. I hope you actually have some good solid airflow. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go over 3 different drills that you can do with your athletes that are gonna help them become better overhand throwing athletes. And so I have Jenna here. Jenna here plays on 16U. What are you laughing about? What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the first drill of the night, and that is called 10 toes. And what 10 toes looks like is you're going to have your athlete go ahead and get into a good square position with their feet. We're throwing that way, Jenna. You need the ball? Thank you very much over there. We got a good support crew here helping us out. This is a team effort. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take that, Jenna. So Jenna's going to have her feet squared up, so go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Awesome. That's the first thing. Get a good foundation. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on starting with the ball in the glove. Okay, so the target is directly across from her. So she's squared up, ball and glove. What she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and separate her hands and get into a good attack position. So go ahead, break the hands right there. Okay? So what we have here is we have her working on getting into a good attack position, working on her good arm action, setting up her arm action. If you notice right here in her back arm, what you don't see is you do not see her hand up. This is important. We don't want this hand to open up quickly, or else what we're going to do is we're going to have kind of like this disconnect between the arm and the body. The arm's going to get in front of the body, therefore, we're not going to be using the body in the throw. We don't want that. We want our body to get our arm through the zone. And so, in order to do that, we need this arm to be in this position. And so her hand is slightly below her elbow. The hand can also be even with the elbow. It's just more about the mobility of the athlete, the shoulder. And so for Jenna, she's pretty mobile. She can get right here pretty comfortably. The next thing you're going to be looking at, coaches, is a strong front side. And so naturally, Jenna likes to carry her front elbow a little bit lower. I like athletes to actually have a little bit higher. So, is someone calling me right now? Hold on real quick. We got to pause. All right, so let's get back to it. So, if an athlete gets here, what ends up happening is they're more likely going to get their weight out in front, their weight's transferring early. So what you want is you want a stronger front side to help keep that weight back, to help set everything up the right way. Also, Jenna, what I want you to do is I want you to look at your target with your head a little bit taller. There you go. That's perfect right there. So what she's going to do is she's going to isolate this hold. So she's going to break her hands, so relax real quick. Go back to the starting point. So break your hands. Good attack position, awesome. Nice easy throw, go for it. Boom. Now I want you to hold that. This is a very important part when it comes to overhand throwing. Most athletes, where they actually finish, is they'll finish, take your hand, right here. The arm finishes in the middle of the body. Well, if she does that, what she's gonna do is she's gonna put more force on the back of her shoulder. She's gonna slam on her brakes, on her decelerators, which is never a good thing. So what we wanna do is as we're throwing through the throw, we want to get fully rotated. And so what that looks like is this. So eyes up at your target, Jenna. Very good. Her arm now has clearance so that it can coast to a stop. There's less tension on the arm. She's not slamming on the brakes. And so what you want to do is you want to see your athletes finish this way so that they're getting fully rotated through the throw. They're allowing their body to do the work. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and get 2 more throws. Real quick, on your own. One more. So if you watch Jenna with the lower half, she's getting her lower half into the throw. Her hips are rotating. She's got this good build up, actually get to her attack position. So one more time, Jenna. Good, and throw. Excellent. Awesome work. That's the first drill. That is called 10 toes. Who wants to do drill number 2? Come on up.
Price is right.
All right, so go ahead, give us your name, social security number.
Hi, I'm Ellie Biox. I'm number 3. I play for the Extreme 16U freshman.
Thank you very much. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and demonstrate rock back throws. This is the second drill that your athletes are going to go to in their throwing progression. It's a really easy drill as well for athletes to work at home. So this is something that you can utilize at practice. It's something they'll do in their network training. It's also something they're going to do when they're at home. And one thing to remember, you don't always have to throw to get better. A lot of your athletes actually can do these drills without a ball in their hand. What they're doing is called shadow work. It's very important. It's a great way to build up reps. So what we're going to go ahead and do is have you get to your rock back position. And And so instead of having her feet squared, now she's going to get her feet to the side, and she wants a good wide base. It's very important. What most athletes do is they get the short stride. It's not what we want them. We want them to have a nice long stride, a good base, and from here, if you notice, let's actually come around here on the other side. Right there a little bit. Good job, camera woman. I love it. What we have here, all right, is we have her ball in the glove. It's always important to start that way. What she's going to do, she's going to go ahead and she's going to rock her weight forward. Go ahead. Weight goes forward. Now get your weight back. Weight comes back. Boom. She's going to get to that attack position. All right. Now what's important here is, again, you're looking at the same things you were looking at in the first drill. One, where's her arm? Now this isn't bad. All right. Again, there's a window. Some athletes, they can handle this. Other athletes, they like this. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. And we don't want to see this. Those are the three areas we want to completely avoid. So what we should see, that's perfect. Wherever you want to be comfortable. Good. Strong front side, eye of the tiger. She's going to go ahead and make a throw. Go for it. Good. Now she's going to hold that, finish, stay right there. Okay. So what you saw is you saw her back leg come through. This is huge. A lot of athletes like to keep their back foot behind them when they throw and they do these drills, and that's not going to help them learn to feel what it's like to get fully rotated through the throw. So right now she's got her back leg through. That's going to help lower half the momentum to get into the throw. And then she's getting her shoulder through the throw. So the same thing that Jenna was working on in the first drill is what we're working on here. The shoulder, the arm has good clearance. Her eyes are up at her target. That's a great rep. Let's do two more. Here we go. On your own. I got one for you. So wide stance. Good. Now one thing I want her to be careful of. Sometimes what you see is when these elbows are high like this, you're going to see when she breaks, her hands are going to stay higher. They're going to stay on a more even plane. We actually do not want that. What we want is for the hands to break and go in a downward motion and then build them up to get to the attack position. That way, your arm action is more of an elbow spiral effect. It's more of a rotational throw versus this separation that's tall, and now we have this hitch motion. And that's why I see a lot in softball and in baseball as well, is a lot of athletes break their hands, and it's this right here. Your shoulder is not built for that. You're not going to be able to throw hard and stay healthy at the same time doing that. So I want you to go ahead and work on your hands breaking a little bit lower on this next one. Go ahead. Forward, break the hands down, good, and attack. Awesome. One more. Rock it forward, rock it back, and throw. Outstanding. Give me something. That was great work right there. So she's working on just getting into a little bit more of an athletic position, a little bit more of a challenging position, and feeling that full momentum. By the way, if you notice, she was rocking forward, then rocking back. So she's learning how to use her body to create good timing and good momentum. And then from there, she's also getting to work on her arm action and her follow through. Last one. Who wants to go ahead and do step and throw? That'll be great. Come on, Belle. All right, Belle. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Come on over here, camera lady.
Hi, I am Belle Marcela. I'm number 15. I play for Collinsville Extreme 16U Elite Freshman.
Belle and I are going to do what's called step and throw. This is the third drill that you can work on your athletes, because after this point, they're going to get a little bit more aggressive. They're going to do a curl hop, and it's very similar to this throw. But for tonight, let's just keep it simple. 3 exercises. And so what Belle's going to do is she's going to return back to that squared position with her partner. And what she's going to do from here is she's going to start introducing the lower half of her body in a manner in which she's familiar with on the field. And so, again, ball and glove is very important. She's going to go ahead and step out in front of her body with her back foot. So foot goes out, it's going to go at an angle, and then from here, what she needs to get to is fully rotated. So she needs to be able to get really good shoulder-hip separation here. Most athletes, what happens is when they step, they get here. They're not patient in the process. They don't know how to get stacked, which just means my head is over my hip and over my ankle. So my weight is back. And so what happens is they step, they get right here. Well, now I don't have shoulder-hip separation. I am not going to create torque, which means now I'm going to use more of my arm and less of my body. And we don't want that as an overhand athlete. And so, Belle, what you're going to do is you're going to step, and then you're going to go ahead and stay stacked, get good shoulder-hip separation, and then finish the throw. Here we go. And throw. Now, when her foot struck the ground, she stopped. It's not a bad thing. It's sometimes actually a pretty good point for some athletes that really struggle with this drill. But she doesn't have to do that. So you can make this a little bit more game-like if you want to, where you're stepping, staying stacked, and then finish. So make it a little bit more smooth. Here we go. Good. Now what I want her to do is I want her to hold that finish a little bit more. So we're gonna go one more before we introduce the last part of this drill. Go ahead. So do another one and really hold that follow through, Belle. There we go. So what she was giving you a little sneak peek of is what's called the flamingo drill. So you can attach this to either the rock back drill or the step and throw drill. And what the flamingo is the flamingo is an amazing drill that helps with balance stabilization of the front side, great body control drill, and it really challenges the athlete to get where they need to get to. What Belle's gonna do is Belle's gonna go ahead, go exactly through the same steps we did on step and throw, but at the very end, she's gonna challenge herself to finish and hold her follow through. Go ahead, Belle. Hold it, hold it. There you go. Eyes up on your target. Eyes up. This is perfect. And so what you see here is you see this nice L figure right here in the back leg. We want that. You see her arm is on her glove hand side, which is very important. It means that she can have less tension on the arm. She's coasting on those decelerators. She has good glove control. So what you shouldn't see is you shouldn't see the glove. Let's relax for a second on this arm. Way back here. I see this too often. You don't want that. It's going to cause them to have less body control. And so she's got good glove control. Her eyes are up on her target. This is awesome. This is exactly where you want them to. You ready? And finish. Woo! It's a challenge. It's a lot harder than it looks. Why do we want to do this drill? Number one, a big area that overhand athletes struggle in is their follow through, in their hamstring flexibility, in their hip mobility, in their ability to be able to get their trunk to pivot over their lower half. Most athletes, they don't follow through. They're here, they stand straight up. This drill is going to force her to get into that position that she needs to get into, where she's holding it. She's working on hip flexibility, hamstring flexibility, getting through the throat completely. So let's go one more rep here. Give her some encouragement. Let's go. Hey, all right, Belle, you can do it. Let's go.
Am I keeping the flamingo?
You are holding the flamingo, absolutely. There you go, come on. Glove control, glove control. There you go. Good, Belle, hold that, good. Also one thing real quick, come on in here real quick, camera lady. So, right here, you see this knee? Her knee's bent. We want that knee to be a little bit stronger. Now that's a process, so that doesn't happen overnight. In a perfect world, let's straighten that knee out a little bit more, get through it still. See, this is challenging her hamstring flexibility. You feel that in your hammy?
Yep.
It is stretching out, super tight. So what she's doing is she's bending her knee, go and relax. She's bending her knee because she can't lock it out. She can't straighten it out. Well, if we can't straighten that front side out as we're getting through the throw, we're going to lose out on front knee flexion, which just means we're going to have an energy leak in our lower half, and we're not going to get that extra energy into our throw. So there's 3 drills that you can apply with your athletes. Like I said, they can do it at practice, they can do it during network, and they can do it at home. And they don't have to throw with the ball to do it. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. You guys stay classy. Hey!